Tomorrow, the universe will make its move. Most will stay blind, but will you dare to see it? Starting tomorrow, something extraordinary begins to take place. A cosmic phenomenon so spiritually powerful, it will deeply affect you and the people around you. Venus and Saturn, two celestial giants, will come so close in the night sky that they might appear as one radiant star. Think about that. A dazzling fusion of light and energy piercing through the void of space, visible from our humble perch on Earth. This isn't just stargazing. This is the universe making a bold statement, and it's not subtle. The last time we saw an alignment this intense, the ripples it sent through the spiritual plane were undeniable. And now, as these two powerhouses draw nearer, the question isn't if you'll feel it, but how deeply it will shake your core. Imagine gazing up at the night sky and seeing what looks like a single brilliant star, but knowing it's actually two of the most influential forces in the cosmos, locked in a mesmerizing dance. For spiritually attuned individuals, this moment isn't just significant, it's transformative. While the energy of this alignment will ripple across everyone's lives, you, someone tuned into the spiritual frequencies of the universe, will feel it like a tidal wave. It's as though Venus and Saturn are amplifying their energy just for you, heightening your sensitivity to the cosmic vibrations they emit. This isn't a coincidence, it's a call, a moment of alignment that demands your attention. And if you think that's all there is to it, wait until you hear what this alignment is really setting into motion. Stay with me, because what comes next will change how you see the universe and yourself forever. Every mask is slipping, every hidden agenda exposed. The universe doesn't lie. As Venus and Saturn align, their combined energy acts like a cosmic spotlight, illuminating the truths that have been hiding in plain sight. If you've ever had a lingering doubt about someone in your life, whether it's a friend, a partner, or even a stranger, brace yourself. Those doubts are about to transform into undeniable clarity. Relationships that felt stable might suddenly feel off. Words that once seemed harmless could now carry a weight you can't ignore. And here's the thing, it's not just about seeing the faults in others. This alignment forces us to look inward too. It's raw, it's uncomfortable, and it's powerful. You may find yourself saying, I can't unsee this. And that's the point. The energy of this conjunction doesn't just peel back the layers, it shatters illusions. Someone you trusted might reveal intentions you never expected. Someone you underestimated might shine with authenticity you'd overlooked. But there's no going back. Once the veil is lifted, the truth is yours to deal with. If this sounds intense, it's because it is. And yet, it's exactly what you need to move forward. This moment isn't here to destroy, it's here to clarify, to realign your life with what truly matters. Prepare for a sudden, almost reckless decision. You won't even know why you're doing it, but you will. This Venus-Saturn conjunction is more than just cosmic theater. It's a catalyst. Over the next few days, many of you will feel an undeniable pull, a nudge from somewhere deep within. You'll find yourself making decisions that feel impulsive, even irrational. But there's a strange certainty to them. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you need to quit your job, call someone you haven't spoken to in years, or even book a one-way ticket to a place you've never been. These aren't random thoughts, they're synchronicities, the universe aligning your external world with your inner truth. You'll act before you think, and for once, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. This energy isn't about chaos, it's about breaking free. It's about taking a leap into the unknown and trusting that the net will appear. Yes, it's scary, but it's also exhilarating, transformative, and deeply personal. This alignment isn't just pretty lights in the sky. It's stirring up some serious emotional baggage you thought you'd left behind. There's a weight in the air, isn't there? A subtle, creeping heaviness that seems to surface out of nowhere. As Venus and Saturn align, their energy digs deep, not into the surface-level moments of your life, but into the hidden vaults of your past, the choices you made, the words you said, the people you hurt or think you hurt. For many of you, this is a reckoning. Old regrets, long buried under layers of distractions, will rise to the surface. You might find yourself replaying moments you thought you'd moved on from, a fight you had years ago, a decision you made in haste, a path you didn't take but wish you had. This isn't about dwelling in guilt, it's about facing it. Because guilt, when embraced and understood, becomes the fuel for transformation. This conjunction is pushing you to look those emotions in the eye and finally let them go. You've been in a spiritual coma, but this event will snap you awake. Have you felt like something's been missing? Like you've been coasting through life on autopilot, disconnected from the deeper meaning of it all? This Venus-Saturn alignment is here to shake you to your core, and not gently. You'll notice it almost immediately, a sudden pull toward the mystical, the unexplainable. Questions you haven't asked yourself in years will come flooding back. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Something inside you will light up, like a switch you didn't even know was off. For those who've drifted away from their spiritual practices, this is the call to return. Meditation, journaling, connecting with nature, activities that once felt like a chore will now feel vital. And for those who've never explored spirituality, this might be the moment it clicks. You'll begin to see signs everywhere, synchronicities, vivid dreams, even chance encounters that feel anything but random. These are the breadcrumbs guiding you back to your spiritual path or toward it for the very first time. This is more than an alignment of planets. It's an alignment of your soul with its higher purpose. So pay attention. The wake-up call has arrived, and it's one you don't want to ignore. The voice you've been ignoring? It's about to become impossible to silence. This Venus-Saturn conjunction isn't just a celestial event. It's a wake-up call. That quiet whisper in the back of your mind, the one you've pushed away or dismissed as nonsense, is about to become your loudest guide. It won't just hint at the truth. It will demand your attention, shaking you awake to what's been hiding in plain sight. Here's why this is happening. Venus, the planet of intuition and heart-centered awareness, is colliding with Saturn, the no-nonsense disciplinarian of the cosmos. Together, they form a cosmic megaphone, amplifying that little inner voice into something you simply can't ignore anymore. You'll suddenly feel like you've known the answers all along. The truth isn't new. It's just been buried under the noise of the world. But let's get real for a moment. This isn't just about fluffy self-reflection or feel-good vibes. When this inner voice becomes louder, it's not here to stroke your ego. It's here to deliver the truth, raw, unfiltered, and sometimes uncomfortable. You might realize you've been lying to yourself about a situation, clinging to something that no longer serves you, or ignoring a path you know you're meant to take. This is where Venus steps in, softening the blow. While Saturn demands truth, Venus ensures you receive it with compassion. It's like a tough love friend who holds a mirror up to your face and says, "This is who you are. Now, what are you going to do about it?" And here's the wild part. You won't just hear your inner voice. You'll feel it in your body, in your chest, in those fleeting moments of déjà vu and gut instinct. You may find yourself waking up in the middle of the night with sudden realizations or feeling an inexplicable pull towards something or away from it. Pay attention. These moments are the universe's breadcrumbs guiding you toward your highest truth. But remember, with great clarity comes great responsibility. Once you hear that inner voice, you can't unhear it. You can't go back to pretending you don't know. This is the moment where you have to choose. Will you listen or will you let fear keep you where you are? Your intuition is your most powerful ally. It's the compass pointing to your true north. Trust it. It knows the way, even when you don't. As this celestial alignment intensifies, something profound begins to stir within you. It's as if the noise of the outside world suddenly becomes unbearable. Conversations that once felt normal might start to feel draining. Crowds that used to excite you may now feel suffocating. You're not withdrawing because you're weak. You're doing it because your spirit is recalibrating. Think of this urge for solitude as your soul's way of asking for space to process. Venus, the planet of connection, might seem like it would draw you closer to others, but in the presence of Saturn's serious, introspective energy, it's quite the opposite. Together, they demand that you turn inward, not outward. Solitude isn't a retreat, it's a reunion with your higher self. This is where the real magic happens. In the stillness of being alone, the truths you've been ignoring will start to surface. You'll hear the whispers of your intuition louder than ever before. You'll start noticing patterns in your life, good and bad, that you couldn't see when you were caught up in the daily grind. And don't be surprised if this solitude feels deeply tied to the clarity you're gaining about the people around you. Earlier, we talked about how this conjunction strips away masks and reveals the true nature of others. Now you're stepping into a phase where you need time and space to process those revelations. This isn't loneliness, it's sacred introspection. You might find yourself drawn to nature, craving walks in the woods or time by the water. Or perhaps it's a corner of your home that suddenly feels like a sanctuary. Pay attention to those instincts. They're guiding you toward the environment your spirit needs right now. And here's the most beautiful part. This solitude isn't forever. It's a necessary step in your journey, a cocoon where transformation happens. When you emerge, you'll do so with a deeper understanding of yourself, your purpose, and the kind of connections you truly want to cultivate in your life. You've been waiting for a sign, a solution, a breakthrough, and it's coming, but not how you expected. This is the moment you've been yearning for, the one where the universe steps in and finally delivers. But don't expect it to be obvious. The Venus-Saturn conjunction doesn't work in straight lines. Instead, it weaves mystery, placing your answers in situations that seem entirely unrelated. Maybe it's a casual conversation with a stranger that plants a seed in your mind. Maybe it's a frustrating roadblock that forces you to take a different path, only to find it leads exactly where you needed to go. Or perhaps it's a challenge so unexpected that it feels like the universe is testing you. Spoiler, it probably is. Sometimes the very thing you're resisting is the gift you've been waiting for. Let me be clear, this isn't about fate dropping something neatly into your lap. This is about awareness. It's about recognizing that what you've been waiting for isn't arriving as a perfectly wrapped package, but as an opportunity to step into your own power. What's fascinating about this celestial alignment is how it strips away distractions. You've waited for it long enough, and now it's here. Are you ready to embrace it? If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.